Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing on this December day? I hope wherever you're at, I hope first and foremost you're safe. And secondly, I hope the Lord has blessed you in some capacity. I just had a very interesting conversation, and I thought maybe I would kind of elaborate and talk about it on a video. I was talking with a lady from my church. I just was coming back from practice. We have practice on Thursdays for the service, the music, and I play the piano and guitar, whatever's needed on whatever song. And we were talking about, I was talking about how many people in this country today don't believe in God. You know, they believe these scientific theories of how the earth was created. You know, we've all heard them from our school days, the Big Bang Theory, you know, and of course evolution, you know, Charles Darwin, all of that stuff. We've all heard that, you know, how we've came from, how we've evolved from Cro-Magnon man, caveman, on up to, you know, Homo sapien. We've heard it all. And I was thinking as I was sitting there talking with her, and I thought to myself, you know, if you take a look at just your body, okay, let's just say the thumb. You know, most people don't think like that. Maybe I'm a little different than most. I probably am, because these things I do think of, especially when you talk to people that, you know, they don't believe in God, or these people that want proof all the time of God's existence, and you know, they don't understand what faith is, but I'm not going to argue with them over it. But if you look at your little fat little digit that's on the end of your hand, you know, without that little thumb, there's not a lot of things, or there's a lot of things you couldn't do, or at least it would be much harder to do. Try to pick up a soda pop or a cup of coffee without your thumb. And I'm not talking with the, you know, the cups of coffee. It's got the little handle on it. That's kind of cheating. But let's say a soda. You know, you go and buy a Mountain Dew or something. Try to pick that bottle up and hold it. I mean, you can, but it's not easy. But that thumb that God made and put in that exact position works exactly, you know, as it should, and it fits. I think that's the word I should use better. Things fit exactly as they should. You think about your ears. You got the earlobes. You know, they're there to conduct the sound into your ear, to direct it for you to be able to hear better, you know. It's amazing when you just look at something like your body and you think, wow, you know, that's pretty neat. You know, that's pretty cool. You know, without our teeth, we couldn't chew. You know, we'd have a hard time eating anything that wasn't baby food type. You know, a food, mush, whatever you want to call it. It's just like you take a couple toes off your foot. Let's see how good your balance is. And I can tell you right off the hand, right off the foot. I can tell you right off the bat, your balance would be terrible, because my brother, who is a diabetic, has had toes removed off, his big toe removed off his foot, and his balance is very shaky from one big toe missing. And you think about that, you know, how the Lord made this stuff, made your body to work perfectly with other parts of your body, and I don't want to say perfect, because nobody's body's perfect, because we're not perfect, but you get what I'm saying, and an absolute, you know, an order that things just work the way they should. But nobody thinks about that. You know, your eyes, you think about the myriad of colors, you know, that your eyes see, and they filter in through the lenses, and it goes into the mind, into the brain, and then projects back out what you're seeing. You know, and not to mention the brain itself. You know, the synapses just firing off, you know, like billions of little electric explosions going off in your brain at any given moment in time. Just saying one word like that took a lot of things to happen to work in my mind for me to be able to speak to you people. That's all God. Every bit of it is God. It comes down from Adam and Eve. He made Adam, and from Adam he made woman. He made Eve. And from there, the earth was populated on down through generations. Moses, Noah, all of them. But if you just simplify it into things like I said, your hands, your fingers, your eyes, your nose, you can smell things. You can smell that apple pie cooking. When you walk into the house, you might not even be near the kitchen, but you can smell that apple pie or that steak cooking that smells so wonderful, that aroma that just catches your nose, God made your nose. He put it right there on the front so it would lead the way, and it's just, when people come to me, and this is just a video, I'm just talking here, I'm not trying to give a lesson or anything like that. When people come to me and they confront me with, we want proof. Prove to me that God exists. Prove to me that your God exists, And you tell them, look at the sky. Look at the trees, the grass. You think all that just magically appeared? You can't have nothing create nothing. There has to be something to create. If you walk down the street and you look at that building, okay, that building did not just build itself. That there had to be, first and foremost, an architect to design the building, and then a draftsman to make the blueprints for the building, and then builders to actually build the building. You know that. You haven't seen them. You didn't see the guy draw, the architect make it up. You didn't see the draftsman on his draft board, drafting out the blueprints. You didn't see that. But it happened. You know that somebody had to have done that. It's the same for the earth. It's the same for you and me. There had to be a builder. We didn't just appear out of thin air like so many people want you to believe. We didn't just poof, like Puff the Magic Dragon, and we were there. Everything has its purpose. Everything God made for a reason, for a purpose. And I tell people that don't believe in God, and they're really stubborn, and usually, especially atheists, they're real stubborn about it. They're real. They're just real stubborn about what they don't believe, I guess I should say. And this is what I tell them. I tell people this one thing when they want that proof. When they say, you know what, prove to me your God. They always say your God. Prove to me your God exists and I'll believe. Well, that's been going on through since time immemorial. That proof. Mankind wants that proof. They have to have that proof. Well, this is what I tell the people that come at me with that. Now, whether they do it or not, I can't tell you. But if they were to, they would have their answer. And maybe I'm talking to somebody right now that don't believe in God, that tripped upon this video, stumbled upon, whatever you want to call it. So this is what I'm going to tell you. This is what I've told people since back in the day. If you want to know God exists, if you really, and I mean you really want to know God exists, I'll tell you how to find out that God exists. But you have to do it. And the most important part is you have to be sincere. You have to have sincerity about it, or it won't work. If you go in it in a joking attitude or a smart aleck type of mentality, forget it. It ain't gonna happen. But if you go off in your bedroom or somewhere quiet, and you just sit down on your bed and you say, God, I really want to know, are you real? Do you exist? I want you to reveal yourself to me. That's what you need to ask him. Ask the Lord, God, I want you to reveal yourself. If you're real, if this guy that I talk to on the internet that is so adamant in his beliefs, if he's right, I want to know. And if you do that, and I promise you this, if you do that with an open heart and not in a smart aleckly, joking manner, trying to be a smart aleck, if you truly do that and you really do want to know, I guarantee you in a short period of time, the Lord will reveal himself to you. And when he does, the very second that he reveals himself to you, you will know that he is God Almighty, that he is the one that created the heavens and the earth. It took him 6 days. The seventh, he rested. But if you do that, I've been telling people this for years. If you really want to know, I'm being straight as an arrow with you. If you really want to know, just sincerely ask the Lord. Say, look, I want to know. I'm not telling you to get saved and then that. I mean, I wanted you to do that. But if you want to know, there's your answer. And he will. But you have to be sincere. You have to really, you have to really want to know. And I promise you, man, I promise you, you will know. And I'm not saying he's going to, shoot you with lightning bolts or nothing like that. Don't take my life as something, like that. No, I mean, he's going to reveal himself to you. And you'll know that, man, that was God, So you do that. If you're watching this video and you don't believe, and you're one of them have proof people, you do it. A lot of people, they won't do it because I think deep down they're afraid that they might just find out that God is real. And their whole belief system, or non-belief system as we should put it, will be down the toilet. And they don't want to give that up. So a lot of people won't do it because they'll make an excuse or whatever. They just won't do it. So if you won't do it, then don't come at a Christian demanding proof and they give you an answer like I've given you. I know I'm not the only one on earth that's thought of that, and you don't want to do it, then don't come at anybody else with that, because they've given you the answer. And if you refuse to do it, then that's on you. That's not on them. That's on you, the unbeliever. So you have that. Anyways, I kind of got off topic, but it's okay because I went in the direction the Lord wanted me to go in, obviously. Take care, everybody. God bless you. Remember, pray for this nation. Pray for each other. And that's all I got for you today. Bye-bye.